Well, well, well. Somehow I've got the gig of hosting the bloke who runs the channel on my weekly episodic video on his YouTube channel, NRL Fantasy Analysis. I don't even know if that's the bloke's name anymore. I'm testing out a new mic. I'm testing out a new camera. More on that in a second. Jamie Brown, how you going, mate? Welcome to the best time slot of the week, Monday night, aka Tuesday morning. How you going, brother?
Mate, you're looking pretty sexy with the new mic. And I know sometimes it sounds like you don't rate the time slot because you don't have team lists yet. Like I get all this kind of complaining, but now that I'm on camera, you want to say it's the best time slot, eh?
Look,
But I'm great.
if that's how we're going to start the video, this video is going to be chaotic. It's going to be a lot of banter, maybe not banter, and maybe just some absolute rubbish talking. Like I said in the intro, I'm hosting the video. I don't know how that's going to go. The boss here, let's see if I keep my job. New camera and a new mic. It was, believe it or not, my 25th birthday on Friday, the day Herbie went down, eh? The day Herbie got shot in the leg with a sniper. More on that soon as well. My younger sister said, Mitch, I've watched one of your videos. I couldn't care less about it, but your headset quality is not that great. Your camera is super gross. Let me help you out. Happy birthday, kid. Yes, it was my 25th birthday. I woke up on Friday morning and I said in the group chat, the very popular WhatsApp group chat, where I got lots of love for my birthday, by the way. Shout out to everybody except Chris. That bloke, he's a menace. He's been torturing me all weekend. And I said, good morning, everybody. As a birthday present, let's just hope Herbie doesn't ruin my birthday. And everyone was like, Mitch, Herbie is going to absolutely decimate your birthday. And I said, look, the vibes are high. I had a really good weekend, really good day. I said, as long as Herbie goes low, I'm gonna have a good day. And guess what? I had a great day because Herbie did in fact go low. Mate,
Well,
run me through Herbie Farnworth. What are your thoughts? What are your vibes? What happened, mate? Tell me, where were you when your great savior Herbie went down?
mate, I was enjoying the run. It was some of the best footwork of the week, of the year, I should say. But I know. Can you say he goes low when he gets a dirty 45 in 18 minutes? Like if he got one, it would have been a pretty good birthday present. But some of the chat in the group chat was pretty funny.
It was honestly top tier, and it's something that I'll never ever forget as well. I got a lot of love on Friday. I'm very active in the chat in the little community that you've built and that I'm very a part of. And yeah, when he scored straight away, I said in the chat something along the lines of like GG, like whatever, like the vibes are high, and everyone was loving it. I can cop it, right? Like I can cop it. And then when he went down. Torn hammy, 4 to 6 weeks. He's a sell, by the way, guys. Enjoy selling him, because I know I'm gonna have fun watching you guys all sell him. And I think I had probably 10, 11, 12, 13 of the guys all just tag me and say, "What voodoo black magic have I done?" Look, guys. Obviously, you don't wish for an injury on someone. It's all love and it's all banter. But watching him go down 45 as well, like that's still a crazy score. Like he pretty much scored the exact same as my 84-minute back rower center in both Fermor, give or take like 9 points. So you'll absolutely cop that. You're gonna have
And
so much fun selling him. And that's where we're leaving, mate. Herbie Farnworth, what are we doing? What are you doing with Herbie Farnworth?
and mate, he scored 11 more than Britt Nickra and 13 more than 14 more than DCE. Just oh, and maybe Drinkwater too. 20 more than Drinkwater in 62 less minutes. Interesting. Interesting. Mate, it's not great. As you can see there on the right there, he's the only guy you don't have. That he's at 842k. And who do you sell him to? The top guys on the list, they all got buys, like Hudson Young and Blakey Bradley. They got a buy to come. And with all the carnage, how's it going to work out with low trades for everyone? And do you think it's a bit scary to buy anyone that has a buy remaining and then potential for restings as well?
Look, with a buy to come, it depends. Like you see my squad here, it's a little sneak peek into what the move is this week, right? I haven't really tinkered around too much, but like
Oh,
everyone's
wow.
squad seems to be super like deep and with a lot of depth. Like I'm trading for Ketty this week,
You've got Lawson, bro.
and
What are you talking about?
well, that's it, right? Like I do have Lawson, who's great bring in, by the way. Like that's top three, Zach Steeny vibes from a few years ago, and so the plan is that my 21st and 20th man will be Lawson and and Joash Papali'i, which leaves me with like 19 guys. I will be trading for Ketty to like a 19th man, but I'm gonna tinker around with some things because there is some value in the 570k range that maybe we'll speak about soon to help the listeners of JBFA NRL Fantasy Analysis because they tune in for this video. They don't care about round results and they don't care about your TLT video. The people come here for this time slot, and I'm happy that you can be a part of it. So yeah,
Disrespect is real, by the way. Like, the name's Fantasy Jamie, but you can give me every other name that I've had across the years. But clearly, I need to change my name because it's not sticking in your head.
take me back to when you were just recording in a brick wall, behind a brick wall, or on the iPhone screen recording. That's how you know I'm OG. I've been around fantasy for a very long time. Now let's get back to round 22 because, like you said, you made fun of my Nick Aura, you made fun of my DCE. Drinkwater sucks. Fogarty, like, what are we doing? And it was a pretty tough round. Obviously, I haven't watched your round results video yet. I don't even think it's out, to be honest. That's how quick I'm onto it. But I've seen you scored like 960. We don't care about that.
It was
We
tough.
care about my 916. Oh my goodness. Don't even get me started. Isaiah Yo has like an AC joint. Like we've got to worry about him.
Oh, I think
We
it's
both,
Sublux, eh? I think
yeah,
it
like
might be a bit
it's
worse,
just,
but
it's not great. It's 1 to 3 weeks. I'm selling him. He's dead to me. See you later. I'm throwing him in the bin. We picked the
don't
wrong
lie to us.
captaincy option. We picked the wrong captaincy option. Terrell May, it was the worst game I've ever seen a bloke play in those conditions. That was tough.
Tough start.
We Yeah, losing the ball in the first tackle. You know what made it worse? Jacob Preston made the tackle. So
Oh,
yeah, that was tough. That was disgusting. We see we're gonna get to Dewey soon.
I
You and
gotta
me
say, how have
both.
we gone through 8 minutes or something and we've both got the
We're
goat?
going through all the negative stuff, and
All right.
we're gonna save King Adam Dewey. What's he doing? For the very end, Jamal Fogarty. We just get through all the rubbish first. So it's not even Jaden Campbell. Like he turned up, and no one's even talking about it. It's because everybody owns him. See, that's boring. That's
So
you play
good.
fantasy for these lower ownership guys, and all mine suck. Like I nearly swore. I nearly just said they effing suck. But I'll save that for when we're off the camera.
There you go.
Fogarty, worst game I've ever seen the bloke play. What he's good for is kicking the ball, and he made like 5 errors. Like even Cam Munster had a better kicking display than him. We've got DCE who just forgets how to play football in the second half. Like I've got to hold him down for the vibes. My go Britton Nickera, like yeah, seriously, 7 missed tackles. Like this is at that price as well. Like what are we doing? He's got like a 70 break even as well, so that's just disgustingly evil. We had Payne Haas, who's a late out, which, I thought I was all right with having a little bit of depth in my side. I had to play Stinkwater, and that was just so gross. But throw all those guys in the bin. We'll get to your team soon, maybe. I know you had a really killer
Ah, who
week, so that's a
cares?
bit boring. Who
About you,
cares? Yeah,
mate.
you're right. Who cares? Adam Dewey. Oh my goodness. What, like, I literally said in last week's video as well, I was like, guys, like, I'm just going to captain him for the vibes. When
Oh,
he moved to halfback, like, I knew we were on. And I literally thought, like,
even in the wet?
literally in the wet. Like, who cares? Like, and you know the best bit as well? Like, this is toxic of me, but come on. He's on the bye next week, so no one can even bring him in. You can't buy him next week. Right now, lockout's lifted. You can't buy him. What are you gonna do with Herbie? You gonna keep Herbie for the week and then sell him after? Maybe. You gonna
Yeah,
have
look,
trades in round 24 to bring Dewey in?
that's the hard part. I wish he was playing because, yeah, Herbie and Dewey, my two starting centers, I'll be fine. But yeah, it'd be nice to keep him there. But how do you reckon it'll go? I heard the amateur boys mention that they're gonna wait and make sure they do get him. Is it kind of panic stations? Like make sure you get him next week, do you think? If he's gonna be at 7, he played too good.
I don't think it's panic stations. Like he's clearly now with Herbie Gorn, Lucas Dunn, Bo Fermor doing okay. Like he's clearly the next best center. If this Jacob Carraz fullback stint's going to continue, then yeah, it's no doubt Adam Dewey's the best center.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a Herbie situation. And even then, like I don't think he's going to be must have. But he
Okay.
definitely will be the best center. That's why I'm happy that he's on the bye. In a sense, because like yeah, I don't get his score this week, but I've got plans around that to kind of have a pretty solid 17
Yep.
without the two Tigers boys. But again, if he played, it'd be easy Herbie to Dewey, and you can bank like 180k. And that's yeah, I want those coaches with Herbie selfishly to make a tough decision on what you do,
Pick someone
right?
else. Yeah.
Yeah, because will you have the trades to bring him in? Is that a really affordable price? because we all have cash, obviously. Well, everybody but me, but everybody's got cash to bring him in, no matter if it's in around 24. It's going to be a trade situation. There's a good chance I go down to two this week. I know you've got about 1,000. So
That's
depending on the
amazing.
Isaiah Yo news. So yeah, Adam Dewey was such a good watch. I'm honestly so stoked I picked him up a few weeks ago. One of the shining lights of my season
Oh,
in
it's
the
been
back
massive
end.
for you. Was it like 480 when you grabbed him?
Yeah, four. It
Or
was in
60?
the
Oh, it's
yeah
crazy.
round. It was 18 major buy round. I picked him up, and it was when he
What's the ticket?
played. Yeah,
Oh,
56.
that doesn't say it.
Um,
Yeah.
then he's about 460. So he's given me 280s now, and then I think back to
Couple of
back.
50s. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's killing it. He's absolutely killing it, and he's going to be Everyone should be aiming to buy him next week, even if you don't need the center. You just buy him for the bench spot. I think you and me both started with him a few years ago when he was like 780K in the
At
5'8"
7, yeah.
slot. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what you get with him. So
Mm.
couldn't have happened any better. Yeah, he's been really good and definitely the shining light of my season. We'll probably end the round 22 talk on the GOAT, JC. I cannot believe he got to 590K or something,
Oh,
and with these guys, right? Like that's kind of why I'm a pretty big believer in a sense of like the gun who is gotten cheap by accident. JC's a little bit different because he had a head knock, then had a couple of tough 30s, but all your wing fullbacks, even if you look at them at a wing fullback, they all go through these stretches, right? Like it's a probably the worst position in fantasy up there with hooker. So JC 103, yeah, pretty much every team I've seen have him as well.
yeah.
Like I haven't really seen many teams without him.
They're
That's why I don't
95
really
or
get
something.
get too excited about those guys. It's probably what people thought about Herbie as well. Like everyone's got him. No, no, they don't. No,
I think
everybody
like
does own him.
top 1,000 anyway. I think 40 odd or something got Herbie this week, so they kind of got it up to about 97% or something like that. So yeah, they killed him. Mate, my big question now that you got through round 22, that runaway intercept off Cleary, especially when we didn't captain Cleary. Oh,
I know.
that was hot.
It was honestly so good. Like when he just watching him play, like he's up there. Probably he's my favorite player to watch. Maybe only because he's a pod. Give it 3 weeks. He's gonna have the effect that like everyone's got him now. So it's gonna be a little less exciting. But what were we saying?
Yeah, I was gonna just ask. I think a big help for everyone here is going to be asking you how, with 4 trades, do you get the best rank possible from here? I put it out in my video that I'm into 516 or whatever it is, and like how are you going to catch me was my call. But yeah, you've got aspiration. You said you'd like definitely get in top 1,000, and shout out to the bloke that in the YouTube comments that said you were no chance of making the top 1,000.
I did see that. I seen that comment the next day, and I just thought, you
It's
know
too
what?
funny.
Like, luckily I can have a laugh because like that message had some anger towards it too. He's like Mitchell, like you're just not making it, and I just said, what do I do? Like, what do I do against that? So nah, yeah, it was a good laugh.
So how do you play it with 4 trades? Is it kind of pushing and building the best 21 possible? Is it conserving a little bit and going a little bit later with those couple of trades? Like how do you normally play it, and are you thinking anything different this year?
Look, I think I've gone. The last 3 years, I think I finished 60th, 61st, and then like 21st. And I
Yeah.
normally always run out of trades in the last like few weeks.
Okay.
I was listening to the Talking League Boys podcast today, and one of those boys who's doing really well, he was down to 2 trades before Herbie going down. So, people like that are going to obviously need to trade Herbie. So they're going to leave
Yep.
with one. So I think fours actually, I know the average is like 3.5, but there's quite a lot of people in the lower tier of like 1 to 2. And now with Herbie and Yo, more so Herbie being 100%.
Yep.
Um, they're really going to go down to no trades or like one. So I think with me, right, like I'm looking at Fiketti, and Fiketti right now is a trade.
Hmm.
I think the next few weeks is going to be really important to not trade green dots. I'm seeing guys want to trade like Nwanga Nitawaze, Ruben Garrick, things like that. Like those guys are holds, in my opinion. Like I'm looking at Garrick, if he's back to the centers, like should I buy him? Like kind of
The
thing.
better
That's what
look.
territory
Yeah.
I'm in. Yeah, just to make sure you're going to have a good 17, but just to make sure that 18, 19 is pretty strong. Because like this week, I've got 2 Tigers. So I think it's the last week where I've got two of the same guys on a buy from the same club. And then the next few weeks, I've only got the one guy, your Fogarty, Nakora, no Rabbitohs, slash restings, and then the Drinkwater only slash
Good.
restings. So there's a good chance that I'm gonna be needing the 18th and 19th guy to be semi-strong.
Mhm.
So that's what my game plan is. Fiketti has to go. He's 100% a trade. I was keen to trade him last week, but I just didn't need to force it. So
Yeah.
that's what you get for being conservative. Because if I brought in Jermaine Jolliffe, who I was keen on, I would have played him instead of Drinkwater,
Yeah,
and then
tough.
I would have got an extra 40 odd points. So that's kind of the way I play it. But doing this whole fantasy thing on YouTube, you got to say, "Oh my God, don't trade! Like, don't do that." So yeah, that's going out the window. I'm trading for Ketty. With that, I can only get up to like 500 and uh 60 odd K, and it didn't work out in my favor with the pricings that I was pretty keen on. And there is someone around this little price that's pretty interesting. I'd love to take a flyer on Moses as a bit of a random pod pick.
It's been so gross.
Yeah, he has been gross, but you know what? He's going to bounce back at the price.
Oh,
But
fish.
there was Mr. Sua Wong back on the edge at 568K. He's someone that when I realized the prices were matching up, he's back on the edge now. I didn't own him at the start of the year. I didn't jump on when he was 360 odd K. And he's someone that I really like as that. Like if I did Fiketti to him, I wouldn't be like I'm incorporating him as like the 19th man
Yep.
slash like can I play him over like a Nakora? Can I loop those kind of guys? And like is Sua Wong a 50 guy at the edge? Well, of course he is, right? Like that's what he's proven to be all year. So he's
Not
someone
the
that I'm really
weekend.
interested in. Yeah, like obviously not on the weekend, and that's he did lose 30 odd K, so he's someone that I'm really looking at to Fiketti to him is a really big upgrade in my opinion. You've got the bloke playing 17 minutes for 17 points for the 80-minute back rower who likes to tackle. Not on the weekend though, so I actually can't afford that in the one trade, which is a little bit unlucky. I'm a little bit short.
Ah, true.
But I'm looking at Isaiah Yo with a bung shoulder, and this is kind of to your strategy question.
Yeah.
What do we do with Isaiah Yo? Now, I'm almost like I said, I don't do the time slot that I jump on the video, but
There
I
you
can
go.
almost
Told
guarantee
ya.
you
Told you he's
I
gonna
love,
complain, guys.
I love
He's
mentioning it.
coming.
I love mentioning it. It's just a bit of a, terms and conditions type of thing. I've got to do it. The people love it. I am 100% sure, without being 100% sure, that Isaiah Yo will not play this week. And if it's a subluxation, does he play next week? Probably not. Maybe 1 to 3 weeks. Does he get managed the rest of the season? Absolutely. Do
Why do you keep
Penrith care
playing
about?
though? Why do you stay on for half an hour? That's my question. Like,
That's
if
a
it
big thing
can't
too.
be
It
that
was
bad,
probably it
thought.
was probably like he went down and you thought straight away he's done,
Yeah.
and then it was the fact that he kept playing. So you probably think like it's been like what 6 years since I last played football. So I'm sure when you're a first grade footballer, the adrenaline there, you're a bit of a weapon. And then I'm assuming he came off for his stint. He's not playing 80 minutes for the last few weeks, and once he's come off the field, his body's probably cooled down on him a little bit, and the pain probably, you know, subsided, and he was probably like, okay, like what's going on? Because you're right. Why did he keep playing? And
I think
then
at
when
half time
Penrith,
too.
that is, yeah, very true. But then when Penrith were getting absolutely pummeled through the middle, he didn't come back on. When
Mm.
Penrith, nearly lost the game, he didn't come back on. And then when Penrith went to Golden Point, he nearly didn't come back. He didn't come back on. So it's very food for thought. I'm thinking if he's out this week, I think I'm going to trade him. That leaves me down to
Okay.
two. It's a bit like, oh, how you going? If he's only at the 1 week, it's a bit tough. I'm looking at it in a sense where like, is he play? He's not playing 80 minutes before he had a good shoulder. Like that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, he's at this price now. He's so cheap, which kind of hurts. But he will be managed for the rest of the season, especially now with this shoulder injury. It's again, you can't really compare it because it's different. But remember a few years ago, Payne Haas had that high grade AC joint injury and he played through it. Again, you cannot compare. It's not the same thing. But I
Yeah.
remember Payne Haas fell off a cliff in a sense, right? Completely different because it's just a different injury. I don't really want to get into why it is. I'm not a physio, but
Really?
yeah, that's kind of why we jumped on Payne Haas the next year because he was priced at 55 because the year before he played half the season with a bunk shoulder. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at trading Yo, and like you said there, everyone at the top is just gross. But I'm in a position now where I've got to think, okay, what can I do with more so Fiketti? How much money can I create with? I've only got 62K. I'm broke. I don't got the money like everyone else does. And I'd like to get on Katoa. I
Finally
could
get
I
Jolliffe.
can Jolliffe is definitely an option. he is definitely an option. There's going to be a few different combinations I can create, depending if I want to go to a certain Mr. Preston.
What are the
From
faves?
right now, I think I quite like. So what are we going to do? We've got to trade Yo to create the cash, and Fiketti has to go, right? So I think I quite like Preston.
You know who
Hopefully
my
they
favorite
might.
is, Mitch?
Who? Kai
Copy.
Pierce-Paul.
Oh,
Oh my, the banished word. We're not talking about Kai Pierce-Paul. I actually did mess around with that. But like I said, so that gives me
Xavier Smallswell's
590.
Pope.
Yeah, 597k, which is a bit grim, right? Like, who are you really going to target at 597? So
Hey,
the
Chris
extra,
Lightning.
like, I was pretty keen on Ewan Aitken when I was going through the numbers, but it doesn't quite add up. And if you just look at this list, right? Like,
Ben
obviously, you don't
Verrills.
have to.
Get Verrills in.
Oh, you don't want you want me to make the top 10,000.
Yeah,
You don't
let's
want
go.
me to win. So
I'll
like
finally beat
again,
you.
all these options are just so gross, right? Like there's just nothing here,
What about
like
Crossland? Crossland
uh
13.
Crossland. Hey guys, this is who you listen to. Buy hard sell video. This is the guy you're listening to, eh? Like, come on. Phoenix Crossland,
Yes.
Sam Verrills. So I think Sua Wong, I like. I don't know why. I've got a gut feel, and you know what? Why don't I back my gut? Because you know what? Let me tell you a little secret. I'm always right when it comes to fantasy. The guys I
Yeah.
say out loud, they do well.
And the only times
Uh,
you haven't done well is when you didn't trust your gut. Now that I'm a content creator and everyone messages me, I forget to
ooh,
trust my gut. Da 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 da. Something like that.
hey, that's it. Hey, Mr. Consistent. So right now, this is something that I quite like. Again, yo for Preston. Does Preston get a rest in the back end? I'm not sure.
I don't think
I
so.
don't.
They might
I
miss a
don't
call.
know. Yeah, that they've got a really tough run. They've got a super tough run. They play all the big dogs pretty much. So I think. And that's good for Preston as well, right? Like that's yeah, Preston he'll make his 40 tackles.
Yeah,
You
good
want it to
work.
be a closer game. Like that's what I like. And I like Sua Wong. Like again, when you look at these trades, like it only leaves me with two, but I'm not buying Sua Wong as like a keeper. Like he's the Fiketti that was in my team to Sua Wong, if that makes sense. So I'm just creating more depth, right? Like if I ever have another injury or someone gets a head knock, my players love copping head knocks. It allows me that again, I don't have to force a trade like I did last week. Payne Haas was out. Um, when I had Haas out, I was like, okay, I can play Drinkwater as my 18th man. Now, in theory, that's a pretty solid 18th man. It doesn't help that Drinkwater is like arguably the worst footballer ever. Like we could play fullback better than him, so like it
Oh,
doesn't really help.
I
But
know.
something like
He's got a
this,
highlight reel, dude. He's got a highlight reel.
yeah, not
I mean,
in year
defender's good as him.
2025.
Good
Did you
defense.
like? I don't know why Ronaldo made a line break and then Drinkwater decided to slide on his legs. Like he
Well, he's a
graduated
footballer.
like
Oh,
it's like he graduated year 12 and he was like celebrating with his friends like in the rain. Like that's what he was doing. And I'm just like, what are we doing? By that point, I was already checked out. I seen Decore miss 4 tackles before that, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. I
yeah.
went and cooked myself up a steak because I didn't want to watch a football anymore.
Medium
But
rare or
yeah, of course, medium rare, mate. Come on now.
any sauce?
Sorry to actually no, I just straight blood on the
Just raw
plate.
dogged
That's what
it.
I did. Just straight raw dog, just straight blood on the plate. Sorry to all the NRL Fantasy vegans out there because yeah, not the chat for
Yeah, we're
you.
sorry, guys. We're sorry.
So
Any veg, any mash, any
I actually just straight up had
just
like
straight
a
steaks.
steak, just straight steak. I even did it on the cutting board as well, like those TikTokers who like, oh, meal
Good.
plan this, and I just straight just put it on the plate, bit of salt, and I just went, there you go. It looked like the dog's breakfast because I'm not that good of a cook, so.
Is that is that your punishment for your boys going poor, or how's that work?
To to be fair, like I did treat myself. I'm just not a great cook, to be honest. 25 and I'm not the best cook. I cook a lot of good red meat though. So
Well,
if you ever host like a NRL fantasy, private group barbecue, like I'll probably be on the barbecue. I do eat a lot of red meat, so
okay. What does the missus reckon about you cooking?
she doesn't eat a lot of my cooking because I don't cook like a crazy amount. She's actually a great cook, so
You're gonna tell me she's vegan, aren't you?
No, she's not vegan, but she doesn't eat like red meat. Like I went out when I guys, this is what you get when Jamie Brown's on the channel. There is no fantasy talk here. We went out to on my birthday, went out to for all my people who live in Sydney, Circular Quay, Six Heads, a steak it's just like a steakhouse by the harbour. Really nice view of the opera house as well. And luckily she loves me a lot. She shouted dinner, my birthday dinner, and I got a tomahawk steak. So
Oh,
it was
Jesus.
honestly so good. She said I could, so God love her. I pay her back by doing really well in fantasy. Well, I have the last few years, when I do really well. So
All
yeah,
the
let
JVFA
me get
prizes.
yeah, JBFA prizes. I got a JBFA hat in there too, so I might have to pull that one out in the next video.
That's right.
So what was I even talking about? My dud trades, just sending them all.
Well, it makes
So
sense. So, well, let's go through the 21 then. So if you do those two trades, you had
all right, let's
Preston,
see. Let's see. My new
Preston.
mic's in the way. Like I got no idea what I'm
Oh,
doing.
it's flying, brother. It's flying.
I know. Oh, who knows? So these are the trades that I'm at the moment, what I'm pretty
So then
interested in.
it's
So let
yeah.
me change the team around the way that I like it. Let's put the right guys in the right positions,
So
left and
Josh
right.
is
So
20.
so
Pretty
you know
quarter
what?
would be like 19,
Yeah. So let's see.
and
Let's see. So
Nickera
this
or
is
Wong maybe 18.
Yeah, well that's kind of what like for this week. So it's mainly for this week, right? Like obviously, there's how many rounds left? So there's 5 more weeks, including this
Mm.
one. So this is what my team would probably look like,
Week to week.
uh, you know, in a general sense. So this week it gives me a 17 that I'm fairly happy with. I don't have to play any, my whole team's rubbish. But in theory, the guys I'm playing should do okay, right? Sewer Wong, again, you look at Sewer Wong, that's the Fiketti. So that's the 19th slash 18th slash not, normally a part of the top 17. That's the role he's playing for this week, in a sense,
Mhm.
right? And then I get the two big dogs back next week, Adam Dewey, Terrell May, my captain and vice captain. That's their job. So I get those two. So who drops out? Drinkwater absolutely drops out.
Maze Vice.
And then, uh, no, no, mate. Oh, yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long. Yeah, Adam Dewey is the captain at
Yeah.
halfback. I might, depending on what rank I'm sitting in around like 26, 27, I might take a punt on it. And you know what's going to happen to me? What happened to Osto from the amateurs, where just like with
Oh,
Jerome
Husey.
Hughes, like Jerome Hughes just like dislocates his shoulder. Adam Dewey just like dies. He just like falls apart, and I cop like a
Right.
25 doubled.
Also went well this week, so yeah,
Yeah, he's a,
we'll
he's a
be right.
jet, good bloke, good bloke. But that's what I'm saying. So Terrell and Adam Dewey comes in, which would take Drinkwater out, on the best case scenario, and then that leaves me with like probably looping, you know, or even then like I'm probably playing in that 17th spot, like a DCE, Nakora or Wong, and I'm probably looping as well. So however it turns out, it's kind of what my game plan is kind of this week. See what happens with Yo. If he plays somehow magically, then I'll throw everything in the bin and I'll just do a sideways trade to someone in that right price
Hmm.
bracket. But yeah, it's kind of where I'm thinking at the moment. Obviously, there's different combinations. If I do Cameron Munster instead of Preston, who I really like, but Cameron Munster will get a rest. All the
Yeah, that's
Storm
my
guys will
worry.
get a rest. All the Storm and Canberra guys will get a rest. So, which is pretty gross. I know Canberra have a bye next week, but I'm almost guaranteed they're going to miss 27. Um, or like 26 or something. The Storm guys will 100% get a rest as well, whether or not that's 26 or 27. Dogs, Warriors are unfortunately done for the season. I'm sure you have a lot of Kiwi fans, so don't come for me too hard. I'm a Broncos fan, so I know what it's like. So it's going to be like, yeah, your Penrith probably won't get a rest. So it's about really figuring out who gets a rest, why they get a rest. If you can guys get someone who plays the whole season. Someone else who's really interesting is Kurt Donahue
Yeah, so
at the
expensive, man.
price. He's just so expensive that it makes it pretty tough. But again, if he's going to keep playing 80 minutes,
Yeah,
then like
he's a good
like
pick.
it doesn't really matter what price he is. So
Well,
that's kind of
mate,
what I'm thinking. But what any feedback may hit me, just tell me
yeah, I
how
was just gonna
rubbish
ask
I'm.
if Yo, let's just say they say, oh, it's just a week, we'll give him a rest, so you'll keep him. Who do you go to from one trade at Fiketti? It might help people because they might be in a similar boat with 50K or nothing in the bank. Who would you get around that
Yeah,
price or a little bit lower? Has anyone in there
it
you've kind
is
of had
it
a look
is
at?
pretty tricky because, like I said, 565. It leaves me in like no man's land, right? There
Mm.
is a few options and it's a pretty tough question to answer because there are certainly guys that I would like to buy, but I cannot put it out there that I think it's a good idea for people to
Sammy
buy
Walker?
because who could I buy? I'm 3K off Wong. That's so devilish. That is so
Walker's
gross. But
interesting.
like, see, I'm looking at Nwanga Nitawaze and I'm going like,
That's a decent price
God,
though.
like he's just so cheap now. Ignore the break even. Like, they play the Dolphins this week. He's gonna be on the right side. So no Herbie as well. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, thank God. Did we even mention no Herbie? Like, thank God.
I don't think you
That was
talked
a
enough about it.
No, well, no, if I was solo, if I was by myself, 10 minutes would have been no Herbie. But because you're here, I've just got to, got to do a bit of a proper job.
I did love it
So
because the guys have been giving you shit for like 3 months, and then he finally goes down, and they own him, but they were just like, "Happy birthday, Mitch! You deserved it." Blah blah. Like they're actually being nice. So it
yeah,
was good to
it
see
was
after
it
smashing
was
you for 3 months.
yeah, it was so good. I think it was just like that morning as well when I literally was just like, oh, the only thing I could like ever ask for was Herbie not to ruin my birthday. Even if he just went like 60, just like
It's
you're
fine.
priced at 60, like it's fine. But yeah, no, we didn't even mention like I was after watching that little bit, like he for 45 and 18 minutes, he probably would have broken Turbo's record of 150. Like I'm gonna go out on a whim and say like if you gotta remember that run he made where he did his hamstring, like he probably either scores or passes to the hammer and gets a try or like a try assist. So
Yeah, how
he
good to
would have
make it
he
feel that he didn't pass it? Like he had 3 steps of like being shot and
Yeah,
didn't
I
pass
know.
it.
As soon as it happened too, like I don't even want to word it the same way because I don't want people to think I'm like a horrible person. But like it was actually yeah, it was definitely. I had more fun in the chat when the chat was going absolutely feral and they were just like, oh my God, what? Like half the people were like, it was like a 70-30 split of like 30% of people going like, no, Herbie, like someone might have captained him. And then the other 70% were just like, "What did you do, Mitch?
Yeah, like you
Like, is
cooked
this
him.
your like voodoo magic?" And I was like that's what I really enjoyed.
You would have done it like
Um,
3 months ago though, the voodoo magic if you wanted to.
oh, if I was powerful enough, I didn't start the year with Dylan Lucas or Corey Horsburgh. So if I was powerful enough, those guys they would have fell off a cliff in round one. So yeah, safe to say I didn't own Corey Horsburgh. I mean, you remember he literally threw three offloads in the first 10 minutes in Vegas. So that's how long ago that was. So if
So
I owned
sad.
a voodoo doll or if I was powerful enough, the bloke wouldn't have thrown any offloads. I promise you that.
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty grim. Like 565. If I was a straight
Would
swap
you go lower
50.
and save
Like
some
I
cash?
would, I wouldn't let the Galvin score dictate too much. Like he had a tough game last week. I'd like Galvin. I also really like Humphreys. I know he's having some problems
Yeah, hopefully he's okay.
with his head knocks, but if he's all good,
Still a good scorer.
obviously yeah they got Latrell back next week as well or in a few weeks, so it probably hurts him a little bit, but. I know I'd get a good score this week. The main thing is does he play with the head knocks? He was a game day out against my Broncos on Friday. And luckily, we had Chris Cookie in there saying Humphreys is out. Everyone's like, no way. And like, when Chris says something, when Cookie says something, you believe it because
Members
he's a big
first.
dog. He knows everything. So yeah, I like. Even I think you said today Brian Tott was
Yeah.
so cheap. I might even have a punt on him, to be honest. Like just
Just a
someone I might.
resting as well. Hey, like he probably gets one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he will. Penrith, all the Penrith guys, obviously we've got the Isaiah Yo stuff. I think Liam Martin's been rested. Like he's pretty much running on one leg, so he's someone I might again like he's running on one leg, but he's someone I might want to take a punt on. Humphreys is the big one. I think
Yeah.
if what's his name from the Dolphins was out a little bit longer, Finna Fuiaki, I'd probably jump on
Yeah.
give Connolly a go.
Probably only got 2 or 3 weeks,
He's
so
yeah, so there's a lot of it's pretty dire, and that's why I don't want to go too into detail on who because I knowing me, I'd probably jump on
Guacamole.
Mitch Moses.
That'd be Humph or
Yeah,
Moses, yeah.
well,
Walker.
Molo's actually a good shout to be
Hmm.
honest because he's a jet on the edge without
I
having
rate
his
him.
stats up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
rate him.
he's a really good option. I see. I don't know if you mentioned in your round results video. I seen your trade thing you posted
I
in the
haven't
chat.
told anyone yet. That was just
Yeah,
private
tell the
group.
chat. Oh, private group. Oh, what's the
You
bloke
loved it,
bringing?
didn't you?
What's the bloke bringing in Damon Jolliffe for? Like, I
So
mentioned him
good.
one time. Everyone's like, oh, now you want to bring him in? I could do that. Cam Munster and Cam Munster, JJ. He
Yeah.
played lower minutes though. He played 56 minutes.
Yeah,
So
he's a jet though. It doesn't matter. Hey, I loved him last year.
yeah.
It was more just yeah, it's those
Did
price
you
points.
love did you love when he tore his pec in Magic Round?
Yeah, that was my favorite part. As I was stuck on one of the Lime scooters and it said I was out of range and I had to drag it uh to Caxton, and then I found out that it was 8 minutes in and JJ was gone. So and it was almost as good as this year's Magic Round with Kraz getting 100 when I should have got him. But
No, take me back. That's when I was there.
you
I
were
was present.
flying.
My first Magic round that year. And I'm keen for next year. We'll see if I attend. It's pretty expensive, and when you live in Sydney, live on the Central Coast, plane tickets are pretty expensive to get up there. So we've got less than 1 minute left. I didn't even realize that. That's how long this podcast has gone. Podcast, YouTube video. Somehow we spoke about state for longer than we spoke about fantasy, but that's what you get when the big dog joins us. Jamie, mate, thanks for
Some
joining me.
parting words, mate. What do you
Thanks
got?
for allowing me to host your YouTube channel video, mate. Have a good week. I will. I'll be back on next week. Maybe Matty T will be with me. I don't even know if the bloke's still
Surely.
alive. Maybe I'll ride solo. I'm in the top 1K next week.
Oh,
Lock it in. All right. Thanks
legend.
for watching, everybody. We will. Jamie will see you tomorrow, probably if he posts. I'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.